They really let the Sixers team up Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real life. This is for real. Last night, we witnessed the debut, of Paul George, playoff P, in a Sixers uniform, and we're going to react to some of his highlights and just talk about what a special night it was. Welcome into Philly Take with RB. I'm RB. Do me a favor. Go down below. Hit that like button on this video if you enjoy it. And subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 40K subs. Almost there. It was a chaotic stream last night. One of the craziest that I've ever done. We still had almost 20,000 people tune in. So thank you so much for continuing to support. And this season, our game day show is going to be absolutely amazing. We're adding pre and post game to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. And hopefully we will not have to deal with the BS that we had to deal with last night. I will never, ever forgive NBA League Pass for missing the first quarter of Paul George as a 76er. All right, this game was the only one that was not broadcasted on local television. And in the first quarter, we're live streaming. I'm calling the game as normal. And this is what we had to deal with. Shout out to Sixer Geo. Paul George with the step back three. He's going off in the first quarter. Technical difficulties. I mean, are you serious? Are you serious? We should all get a refund for that. But anyway, this is also what we had to deal with. The game came back on. It went to technical difficulties 5 consecutive times. They got it under control. They got their act together in the, late second quarter, I think. And then the whole second half was fine. But, thankfully, PG and Maxey came out a little bit to start the third quarter. So we did get at least a little bit over a quarter of getting to see them together. But all of that aside, it was a special, special debut. And I mean, my first thought after watching last night, again, I don't want to get ahead of myself because it was one preseason game. Now, I will say the Timberwolves were out there playing full court press like it was the, Western Conference Finals. T-Wolves looked pretty good. They didn't have all their players on the floor, but the Sixers also did not have Joel Embiid. And I thought a lot of these other players stepped up, but most notably, I was watching Paul George and I was watching Maxey. And the main thought that I had was, wow, this is refreshing, right? This is like a breath of fresh air. Like the Sixers have not had a wing that can put the ball on the floor and create on his own and just take pressure off of Maxey. And I just can't help but imagine when Embiid is back on the floor, I mean, how beautiful this thing could really look if it all syncs up together. So Paul George in his debut, 23 points, 6 rebounds. I think he played a total of 26 minutes. And 53% from the field. He had 4 threes as well. Tyrese Maxey had 21 points, 50% from the field, and he also had 4 threes made. And you already know about my take with Maxey, and don't forget it, all right? I was the first to say, Maxey is going to be an MVP convos this year. He'll get a few votes. He's going to be that good. If Maxey was on his own team and he didn't get drafted to a win-now situation, if he was on one of these bottom barrel teams, he'd already be probably a top 5 player in the league. But anyway, Maxey is going to make some noise this year, and it looks like PG is going to as well. And let's just take a look at some of these PG plays because I was just kind of taken aback. I mean, I know PG can play, and I know there's a lot of people that want to hate on him, but he just looked really good. He looks to be in good shape. He looks very lean. He's moving well, even for a guy who's 34 years old. Let's just take a look at some of these plays, especially the ones where he's creating for himself, because I think that dynamic, like you just don't have enough defenders that are capable of stopping Maxey, PG, and Embiid one-on-one. Here's PG with a pull-up 3. Just a beautiful form. I thought his willingness was great. Somebody put out a stat, I think it was my guy Paul Hudrick, who said that last year Tobias Harris only had 3 or 4 games where he shot 8 3-pointers, and PG already shot 8 threes in his first game as a Sixer. Here's one I really like. He takes the screen, comes around, quick pull up, boom, 3. I mean, it was beautiful. The Sixers have not had a small forward that can do these types of things in a long time. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. He was out there getting buckets. He wanted to put on a show. He wanted to make a good first impression for Sixer Nation, even though we didn't see the first quarter. He was like, I'm going to make a statement. And for the people that say he's just going to slide in, be a third option, maybe a catch and shoot guy, can't really, have that much burst anymore, you're wrong. You're wrong. The Sixers made a big splash here, man. Obviously, they need to stay healthy. Look at this move. Look at this. Step back, bang. I mean, look, no offense to Tobias or anybody else, but they were not doing this consistently. I noticed that PG wasn't really holding the ball that long in the shot clock. He wasn't slow like we saw a lot of times with Tobias. Like, everything was just fluid. It just looked so seamless. It's like, is this real? We don't think this is real because we haven't had this. We've been deprived. Look at this spin move. All the way. Get out of my way. And one. So, man, it's just refreshing to have a guy like Paul George who is able to do these things now. And now let's take a look at Tyrese Maxey, because he was also incredible, and he's just been doing this every game now. I mean, it's seamless for Tyrese. Look at the way he's approaching. Let's take it back a little bit, right? He's coming up the floor. We know he's handling the ball. He's becoming a smarter player. He's just going to take a quick three. Boom. Doesn't wait. Doesn't hesitate. His jumper looks a lot cleaner as well. And then I've noticed that with Maxey, his recognition of the game and just his IQ continues to get so much better. Here he's going to take the screen, and he notices that defender sleeping a little bit, right? That is a high IQ play as a point guard. He picks up that this guy is just sleeping a little bit, and the Sixers have a guy who can knock down a catch and shoot three. I mean, beautiful basketball right there. Then when you have Joel Embiid on the floor, there's just going to be too many guys to defend. This Sixers style of offense is going to hurt a lot of teams. And here's the James Harden effect. This is what I do thank Harden for. Step back, bang. Oh, it is beautiful, man. Yo, I'm telling you, watch out. Watch out. This guy doesn't leave the gym. He doesn't leave the gym. Here's my favorite play from Tyrese Maxey of the night. He's going to bring it up the floor. He notices Minnesota's not set. She's like, all right, let me just break this guy down off the dribble. Blow by. Probably should have been contact. Easy pull up, push, bang. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers are cooking, man. They have something here. They have something with Tyrese Maxey and Paul George and Joel Embiid. Wait till we see them all on the floor together and give it a little time to gel. It's going to be special. Now, another guy I want to point out from last night is Andre Drummond, because he had 15 rebounds in 24 minutes of play. Andre Drummond cleans everything. He cleans everything off the glass. I mean, there were so many times where Luka Garza is trying to establish his ground. Drummond just moving him out of the way. Get out of my way. This is my paint. Andre Drummond is the best backup that Joel Embiid has ever had. I am so happy he's back. I think he was one of the most underrated signings of the NBA offseason. And if it wasn't for the Chicago Bulls, the Sixers would have had him last year when they needed him. Andre Drummond, 10 points, 15 rebounds in 24 minutes. This is what this guy does off of the bench. He knows his skill set, and he just emphasizes it. He's like, yeah, I'm the best rebounder of all time, so I'm going to go out there and eat everything up. This guy is absolutely incredible. And I mean, even he said the Sixers fans are the best fans in the world. He wanted to come back here and play. And I mean, Kelly Oubre with 16, Caleb Martin, a little bit of a rough shooting night, but you know, a couple other guys came in. I thought McCain looked really good again, hit a couple big time threes as well. 9 points for McCain. This team's shaping up nicely, man. They're moving the ball well, and the flow of the team just looks a lot better. They look a lot more confident so far. And I think once Embiid comes back on the floor, this team is going to be really polished. So I can't wait to see what happens. Incredible, incredible debut out of Paul George. The Sixers play the Boston Celtics now tonight. And that's another thing that I'm pissed off at. How are you going to give the Sixers a back-to-back in the preseason? Do they want to see the Sixers win? The answer is no. They're giving the Sixers a back-to-back. I would not expect a lot of these guys to play. So I don't think we're going to stream this game. We'll be streaming every game all season long, but really a back-to-back on a weekend for the Sixers in the preseason? Hey, at the end of the day, the young guys can get a few more reps, but I've seen everything I needed to see. Paul George looks good. Maxey is on top of his game, and this team is going to be dangerous. The rest of the league better watch out. Beware of the 76ers, along with Coach Nick Nurse, who will have these boys ready to go in just a week and a half against the Milwaukee Bucks. That's all I got. Give me your thoughts, your reactions down below from game one of Paul George. What did you see? What did you like? How did you feel? Appreciate everybody tapping in. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.